For nearly 8 decades, one murder has haunted Los Angeles and challenged some of the greatest investigators in American history. A young woman with dreams of becoming a Hollywood star was found dead under mysterious circumstances, and despite countless suspects, shocking theories, and endless investigations, her killer has never been identified. This is the story of the Black Dahlia murder. The victim was 22-year-old Elizabeth Short, a young woman from Massachusetts who dreamed of building a new life in California. Friends described her as charming, ambitious, and determined to make it in Hollywood, even though she never became the movie star she hoped to be. During the years following World War II, Elizabeth moved between Florida and California, working different jobs and staying with friends while trying to find opportunities in the entertainment industry. Although newspapers later called her the Black Dahlia, there is little evidence that Elizabeth ever used that nickname herself. Most historians believe reporters popularized the name after her death, inspired by the 1946 film *The Blue Dahlia*, and her habit of wearing black clothing. The nickname quickly became one of the most famous in true crime history. On the morning of January 15, 1947, a local resident was walking through a neighborhood in Los Angeles when she noticed what appeared to be a discarded mannequin lying in an empty lot. As she came closer, she realized it was the body of a young woman. Police soon identified the victim as Elizabeth Short. The discovery shocked the city. Los Angeles was already known as a place of glamour and opportunity, but this case revealed a much darker side of the city. Detectives immediately launched one of the largest murder investigations in the history of the Los Angeles Police Department. Investigators began by retracing Elizabeth's final days. Witnesses reported seeing her in downtown Los Angeles during the week before her death. She had been staying at a hotel for a short time before leaving with plans to meet someone. The last confirmed sighting placed her alive on January 9, 1947. After that, her movements became uncertain. Police interviewed hundreds of people who had known Elizabeth. Friends, former roommates, acquaintances, and military personnel who had met her during the war years were all questioned. Investigators tried to understand her lifestyle, her relationships, and whether anyone had wanted to harm her. Despite the massive effort, no clear suspect emerged. The case became even more unusual just days after the discovery. A person claiming to be the killer contacted newspapers and mailed items that belonged to Elizabeth, including personal possessions. The sender also included letters challenging the police and the press. Detectives confirmed that the items were authentic, but the messages provided few useful clues about the sender's identity. As media attention exploded, thousands of tips poured in from across the country. More than 150 people reportedly confessed to the crime over the years. Most of these confessions were quickly dismissed because the individuals had no credible connection to the case or provided details that did not match the evidence. Several suspects received serious attention. One of the earliest was Dr. George Hodal, a Los Angeles physician whose name became widely discussed decades later after his son, retired Detective Steve Hodal, argued that his father was responsible. Steve Hodal pointed to family history, photographs, and circumstantial evidence that he believed linked his father to the crime. However, the Los Angeles Police Department has never officially solved the case or named George Hodal as the confirmed killer. Many historians and investigators believe the evidence against him remains inconclusive. Other suspects have also been proposed over the years, including former military personnel, local criminals, and individuals connected to Elizabeth's social circle. None of these theories has been supported by enough evidence to lead to criminal charges. The investigation faced many challenges. Crime scene technology in 1947 was far less advanced than it is today. Detectives did not have access to modern DNA analysis, digital databases, or surveillance footage. Evidence collection standards were also different, making it difficult to preserve potential clues for future examination. The enormous media coverage created another obstacle. Newspapers published rumors alongside verified information, making it harder to separate fact from fiction. Elizabeth Short's personal life was often exaggerated or misrepresented, and many stories printed at the time have since been disproven by historians. Over the decades, the Black Dahlia case has inspired countless books, documentaries, podcasts, and films. It remains one of America's most famous unsolved murder mysteries, not only because of its mystery but also because it reflects the intense relationship between crime, media attention, and public fascination. Today, nearly 80 years later, the murder of Elizabeth Short officially remains unsolved. The Los Angeles Police Department has never identified a definitive suspect or secured enough evidence to close the case. While modern researchers continue to examine old files and forensic possibilities, the truth may never be fully known. Elizabeth Short came to California hoping to build a better future, but instead, she became one of history's most enduring unsolved mysteries. The question that has haunted investigators since 1947 still remains unanswered. Who was responsible for the Black Dahlia murder, and why did they never face justice? What do you think happened in this case? Do you believe the truth is still waiting to be discovered, or has it been lost forever? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoy true crime documentaries based on verified historical cases, be sure to subscribe for more investigations into history's greatest mysteries.